small group today. Did everybody enjoy their snow days? Playing in the snow, channeling your inner kid for a snowball fight? That was one of my favorite parts about snow here, because it's so rare, is that it wasn't just the kids who wanted to play in it. It was also all of the adults in the neighborhood who wanted to play in it, which was really quite funny and for me. I enjoyed it. You want no snow? You're like, get it? Why'd you? Oh, that's cool. Eliana and Josh made like a snow royal court, I guess. I don't know. There were these three. The first day for Northerners, right? The first day the snow, we knew that it was just not good snow. It was good snow because there was no power outages. It was bad snow to do anything with, right? Other than like snow angels. But because like you couldn't compact it into snowballs, you couldn't, it was too fluffy, could make snow. But the second day, once it had like settled a little bit, I imagined 3 snowmen, and one was bigger and then medium and smaller, and Eliana found her like, this is her Louisiana side, I guess, found like crowns and Mardi Gras stuff and put it on them. And so she called it like a queen and a princess and a whatever. But it was quite beautiful when it was here. I heard that like Arkansas and Indiana sent us equipment for this snowstorm. You know, because many people were not out of power, because most people made it through okay, right? It kind of was exciting, I think I can say. I do know that St. Vincent de Paul was overflowing with people, and I'm sure other shelters were as well because it got very cold. So I feel for those who do not have heat, but happy to report that in our community, nobody lost power, and people made it through. And the other, like, aside from snow, the other joyful thing to mention, and those of you who are in tour study know I did this morning, I had the pleasure of adding 4 welcome home stickers to the cards, and I point to the back in our foyer to our book that represents all the hostages since October 7th. So very exciting news to wake up to, with the hope that we continue till, I think there are 90 more to get the rest of the hostages released. We are a smaller group this morning, but let us, we talked about Kotzer Ruach, right? Let's not have Kotzer Ruach, let's have Ruach this morning. Don't let our spirits be crushed, but let them rise in joy as we join together. Everything you need for services, for most of it, will be on the screen. But if you'd like to follow along, I'll call out page numbers in the prayer books, which you can get underneath the seat in which you are sitting. Technically we have 4 Torahs. So we are currently, we'll see if anybody else arrives, under a minyan, which, if everybody in the room is comfortable with it, we will do all of the prayers as set, even those that you would typically do only with a minyan. There are 4 Torahs behind me, and I know you can count the Torah at least as one. And then we'll see what the room looks like when we get to the Torah service to decide if we'll read Torah from the actual Torah or if I'll read it from the Chumash, and then we'll do Haftarah, obviously, from the Chumash. Oh, thank you. And Eileen will be back. Thank you. There will be 2 more. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Let us begin, though. Let us join together. Page 192. Ma tovu, oh halacha al Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael, ma tovu, oh halacha al Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael, ve'ani berov chastecha Avo ve'techa eshtacha ve'elhecha kochecha b'yiratecha matovu o halecha al Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael Adonai ahavti Me'on beitecha, umkon mishkan kivodecha, va'ani eshtachava, ve'echra, evrecha lifnei Adonai, osi. Matovu, o halecha al Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael, ve'ani tefilati lecha, Adonai et ratzon, Elohim berov chastecha, Aneni be'emet yishecha, matovu, o halecha al Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Let us read together page 195. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe. With divine wisdom you have made our bodies, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous maker and sustainer of life, were one of them to fail, how well we are aware. We would lack the strength to stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, source of our health and strength. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei kol basar umafli la'asot. Page 196. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi, tehorahi. Let us continue together in the English. My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher b'yado nefesh kol chai v'ruach kol basar ish. We continue together in our Blessings for Daily Miracles, page 198 and following. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan l'sachvivina lehavchin ben yom uvein laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rokah haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten le'ayef koach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hama'avir sheina me'enai uchnuma me'afapai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bat chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Oter Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. We continue reading together, page 206. These are the things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Page 212. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch hu. Baruch gozer umkayem, Baruch merachem al haaretz. Baruch chai la'ad v'kayam la'netzach. Let us continue in the English at the bottom of the page, a few lines up from the bottom. With songs of praise we extol you and proclaim your sovereignty, for you are the source of life in the universe, one God, life of the universe, praised and glorious ruler, your name is eternal. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign, who is glorified through praise. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mechulal batish bachot. Page 214, we sing a psalm for Shabbat. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodot laDonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, ale asor ve'ale navel, ale higayon bechinor. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodot laDonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Ki simachtani Adonai b'fo'alecha, b'ma'aseh yadecha aranin. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai, me'od amku makshavotecha. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodot laDonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. I invite you to join me where you see the Hebrew indented. Sadika tamar yifrach ke'erez bavanon yiskei shetu Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim verananim yehiyu lehagid ki yeshar Adonai suri velo of latabo. We continue on the facing page. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od hallelujah selah. Tehillah leDavid, Arimacha Elohai HaMelech, va'avrecha shimcha leolam va'ed. Gadol Adonai umechulal me'od, v'ligdulato ein cheker. Hadar kevod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha. Zecher rav tucha yabiu, v'sitatecha yiranenu. Tov Adonai lakol, v'rachamav al kol ma'asav. Ke'vod malchutecha yomeru, uveratecha yedaberu. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha b'kol dor v'ador. Einei kol elecha yesaberu, v'aten noten lahem et ochlam be'ito. Tzadik Adonai b'kol derachav, v'chasid b'kol ma'asav. Ritzon Yereav ya'aseh, v'et shavatam yishma v'yoshiem. Tehillat Adonai yedaber pi, v'iveret kol basar shem kodsho leolam va'ed. V'anachnu nevarech ya. Hallelu, 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 hallelu el bikocho, hallelu bekia uzo, hallelu bigvurotav. Hallelu, Kerov, Gudlo. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, beteka shofar. Hallelu, benevel vechinor. Hallelu, betofu machol. Hallelu, beminim ve'ugav. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, b'tziot tzalei shama. Hallelu, b'tziot tzalei trua. Kol hanshema tehalelia. Hallelu, hallelujah. We join together, page 219. Nishmat kol chai Tivarech et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu, Veruach kol basar Tifaer Tromam Zichracha Malkeinu Tamid. Min haolam, Be'ad haolam. Ein lanu melech ele'ata. Let us continue in the English. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God, and the spirit of all flesh glorify and exalt your name forever, O sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you, God of the first and the last, God of all creatures, master of all generations, who is praised in a multitude of praises, who guides the world with abundant loving kindness and all creatures with mercy. Adonai neither slumbers nor sleeps. God awakens the sleeping, arouses those who slumber, gives speech to the mute, and God loosens the bonds of captives. God supports the fallen and strengthens those who are bent over. You alone do we acknowledge. Page 222. Ha'el b'ta'atzumot uzecha, Hagadol b'kavod shamecha, Hagibor la'netzach, v'hanora b'noratecha, Hamelech hayoshev, al kisei ram v'nisa, Shochenad. V'chatuv ranenu sadikim b'Adonai, la yesharim nava tehila, b'fi yesharim titalal, uvdivrei sadikim titbarach, uvlashon chasidim titromam, uvkerev kedoshim titkadash, uvmachalot. Berina yitpa'ar shimcha malkeinu b'kol dor v'dor. Yishtabach shimcha. Ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol v'ha'kadosh b'shamayim uva'aretz. Ki lacha na'eh Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Shir ushvacha, Halel vezimra, Ozu memshela, Netzach gedula ugevura, Tehila v'tiferet, Kedusha u'malchut. Baruch atah Adonai, El melech gadol batishbachot, El hahodaot, Adon haniflaot, Abocher b'shirei zimra, Melech elchei ha'olamim. Page 224. Do you ever have a moment where your brain just stops? Should we switch places, friends? What just happened to my brain? Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei rabba, be'alma divrach yirotev yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Uvizman Karib, Va'imeru, Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam Olam Me'omaya, Yiparach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitraman, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitale, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudasha, Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata damiron be'alma ve'imeru. Maybe that's what Rashi meant when Rashi was describing what the words kotzer ruach mean in this week's Torah portion, that you just can't keep going. So thank you all for being my Moses this morning. I don't know what happened to my brain there, but maybe it is to remind me how much we each need this Shabbat. So hopefully we are able to enter these moments of prayer with pause in mind. Let us turn to our call to worship, page 226, as I invite you to please rise. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach. Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Hamevorach. Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. Let us continue reading together, page 228. Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom you form them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. Continuing together, page 231. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down this entrance. Your light moving before us as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael, ve'ahava. As we turn the page and find the words declaring God one, I invite you to rise if it is your custom. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. As we continue chanting together, beginning on page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'kol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'leftecha v'derech uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha והיו לטוטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריכם. למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem Emet. We read responsively, page 239. The eternal truth is that you alone are God, and there is none else. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. You shall not hate your brother or sister in your heart. Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor? Asked God. Praise to God Most High. We sing together, page 240. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot o seifele, nora tehilot o seifele, shira chadesha, shibchu ge'ulim l'shimcha, al safat hayam, yachad kulam, hodu vehimlichu, ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Sur Yisrael, kuma be'ezra Yisrael, Uftechenu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, go aleinu, Adonai Sevaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Page 242 and following, we enter our Amidah. Adonai sifatai tifta ufiya gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Ge'ula livnei v'neihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshe Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atagi bor leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKoat Avra Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berafei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Memit, Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Vene'emanat Alachayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, V'chayei HaKol. Mekadesh et Shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shemakti shimo, Tobi shmei marom, Kakatuv al yad nebiyecha, Vekara ze'el ze ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sevaot, Melo kol haaretz, Kevodo. Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adoninu, Ma'adir Shimcha b'kol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai, Milchamo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, ve'hu Yashmienu, ve'rachamav le'nei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yitzion, Ledor Vador, Hallelujah. Ledor Vador Nagid God Lecha, Ulnetzach Nitzachim Kedushata Naktish, V'shivracha Elohinu, Mipinu lo Yamush, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. I invite you to continue with your own prayers, either using the words in the prayer book or using the words of your own prayers in your heart. We will come back together praying for peace on page 258, and I invite you to be seated whenever you wish. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Barcheinu yotzreinu kulanu ke'echad, ve'or panecha, ki ve'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Torat chayim ve'ahavat chesed, usedaka uvracha ve'rachamim ve'chayim ve'shalom. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed ve'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Ve'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, be'kol eit u'bechol sha'a bishlomecha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed ve'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Baruch ata Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We've come to the moment in our service where we turn to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for reading Torah on Shabbat. We will be on page 362. Phoenix, you're allowed to say no, but Phoenix, do you want to come up and help me with something? No? Not today? Maybe another day? Okay. All you would do would be stretch your legs and come for a walk up here and help me open these big doors. You don't have to say anything. Not today? Another day, Phoenix. Anybody else want to take Phoenix's place and open our ark for us? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate both of you. I need octopus arms for this part of services. So the more people that can help, the better. We are on page 362, and I invite you to please rise. It's like a forward and out motion. Forward first, before out. Yeah. Takes a minute to figure it out. Beautiful, thank you. Ein kamocha ve'elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut ka'olamim, u'memshaltecha b'kol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, av harachamim, heitiva v'rtzonecha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, kivecha lavad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai mi Yerushalayim, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, Bikdushato, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Adol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlu Adonai Iti, Uneromimo Shemo Yachdav Lecha Adonai. They all give me loot. You may be seated, and what a beautiful Hakafa jukebox we had this morning. I always know this group is going to land in a good place. You brought your ruach right at the beginning. I said, let's not have kotzer ruach, but ruach, and it just came. This morning, I will be chanting the very, very beginning of our Torah portion, which is Exodus chapter 6, beginning with verse 2. It will be on the screen, but if you'd like to follow along, I think we're on page 351 in the Maroon Torah commentaries. Was I right? Is that the right page number? I think you'll have to turn the page because I think that's only the very first verse or so. I'll be chanting this morning verses 2 through 8. And before I chant some Torah, let's join together collectively in our blessing. And I invite you to join with me if you are comfortable doing so. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim venatan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Vayedaber Elohim el Moshe, Vayomer alav, Ani Adonai, Va'era el Avraham, el Yitzhak, Ve'el Yaakov, Ve'el Shaddai, Ushmi Adonai, lo nodati lahem. Vegam haki moti et briti itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan et eretz megurehem asher garuva vegam ani shamati et naakat b'nei Yisrael asher mitzrayim ma'avadim otam ve'ezkor et briti lachen emor livnei Yisrael ani Adonai ve'hotzeti etchem mitachat sivlot mitzrayim ve'hitzalti etchem me'avodatam ve'ga'alti etchem bizroa netuya uvishfatim gedolim ve'lakachti etchem li le'am v'hayiti lachem le'elohim vidatem ki ani Adonai Elohechem hamotzi etchem mitachat sivlot Mitzrayim. I invite you, if you're comfortable doing so, joining me in the blessing for after reading Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Like we talked about in Torah study, some of those Hebrew words might have been familiar to you because of participation in Passover Seders and the Haggadah, especially the Netua B'Zorah, like the outstretched strength of hand coming from God, which I needed earlier during our Chatzi Kaddish, and all of you were that for me, so I appreciate it. As we have our Torah out in our midst, we pause at this moment in services to think about all of those in need of healing. Those names you see on the screen are names of people in our community, loved ones of people in our community in need of healing. I invite you, if you'd like, to share one of the names aloud that's on the screen or another one that you hold in your heart to do so at this time. For the names we read on the screen, those whom we hold in our hearts, and those other names we heard aloud, let us turn either to the inside back cover of our Torah commentaries or back into our prayer books on page 371 to offer these prayers of healing. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, receive the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We turn now to our Haftarah, and I invite Vicky to come to the bima to lead us this morning. Oh, beautiful, your stuff's up here. We are going to be, I think, on page 370 in our Torah commentaries. I'll give you a space in one moment.
Oh, no, take your time. Oh, I came prepared.
Yeah, I noticed you put your stuff up here already. You have your book, you have your glasses, you have a magnifying glass. Vicky is ready to lead us this morning.
I need to go to the eye doctor. It's getting bad.
You and me both. Am I correct that we're on page 370?
Oops. It helps if I turn my book around. Yes, 370.
Beautiful. So we'll join together, but Vicky will first lead us in the blessings.
All right, which are on 1506. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'mim tovim v'ratzah b'divreihem hene emelim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai abacher b'torah u'v'Moshe avdaho u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nevi'ei ha'emet b'tzedek. Oops. Ko amar Adonai Elohim bekatzihi et beit Yisrael min ha'amim asher naftzohu bam v'nikdashti bam le'enei hagoyim v'yashvu al admatam asher natati la'avdi la'Yaakov v'yashvu aleha lavetak uvnuhu batim v'natuhu karamim v'yashvu lavetak v'asartihi svatim b'chol hashatim otam misviv otam v'yaduhu ki ani Adonai Elohehem b'shana ha'asarih b'shnei masar lachodesh haya davar Adonai ela lemor ben adam sim panecha al paro melech Mitzrayim v'hinaveh alaha v'al Mitzrayim kulaha daber v'amarta ko amar Adonai Elohim hineni alecha paro melech Mitzrayim Hatanim hagadol haravet betok yorah asher amar li yori va'ani asitini venatatihi chachim bicharecha v'hidbaktihi dagat yorecha kasotecha v'haliticha mitok yorecha v'eh kol daget yorecha v'kas kesotecha tidbak unatashticha hamidbara otecha v'eh kol dagat yorecha al pnei hasadeh tipol lo te'aseh velo tikabet לחיית הארץ ולעוף השמיים, ונתיך לאכלה. ויראו כל יושבי מצרים, כי אני אדוני, יען היותם משענת קנה לבית ישראל, ותפסם בך בכתרות, ובקעת להם כתה, ובהשענם עליך תשבר, והעמדת להם כמתנאים. לכן כה אמר אדוני אלוהים, הנני מביא עלי חרב, והקראתי ממך אדם ובהמה, ויהתה ארץ מצרים לשממה ורבה, וידעו כי אני אדוני, יען אמר יולי, ואני עשיתי. לכן הנני אליך ואל יורך, ונתתי את ארץ מצרים לחרבות חורב שממה, ממגדול סבנה ועל גבוש כוש. לא תעבר בה רגל אדם ורגל בהמה, לא תעבר בה ולא תשב 4 שנה. ונתתי את ארץ מצרים שממה בתוך ארצות נשמות, ועריכה בתוך ערים מחרבות תהיה עד שממה 40 שנה. והפיצותי את מצרים בגויים וזרתים בארצות, כי כה אמר אדוני אלוהים, מקץ 40 שנה אקבץ את מצרים מן העמים אשר נפוצו שמה, ושבתי את שבות מצרים, והשיבתי אותם ארץ פטרוס על ארץ מקורתם, והיו שם ממלכה סבלה. מן הממלכות תהיה סבלה, ולא תתנשא עוד על הגויים, והיא מעשתים לבלתי רדות בגויים, ולא יהיה עוד לבית ישראל למבטח מזכיר עוון בפנותם אחריהם, ויראו כי אני אדוני אלוהים. ויהי ב27 שנה בראשון ב1 לחודש היה דבר אדוני אלי לאמור, בן אדם, נבוכדרצר מלך בבל והעביר את חילו עבודה גדולה את צור, כל ראש מוקרח וכל כתף מרוטה בשכר. לא חיה לו וכלו מצור על העבודה אשר עבד אליה. לכן כה אמר אדוני אלוהים, הנני נותן לי נבוכדנצר מלך בבל את ארץ מצרים, ונשא המונה ושלח שללה ובזוז בזוז, ויהתה שכר להלוט. פעולתו אשר עבד בה, ונתתי לו את ארץ מצרים, אשר עשו לי נאום אדוני אלוהים. ביום ההוא אטמיע קרן לבית ישראל, ולך אתן פתחון פה בתוכה, וידעו כי אנו אדוני. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, זור כל העולמים, צדיק בכל הדורות, האל הנאמן, האומר ועושה, המדבר ומקיים, שכל דבריו אמת וצדק. נאמן אתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו, ונאמנים דבריך, ודיבר אחד מדבריך, אחור לא ישוב ריקם. כי אל מלך נאמן ורחמן אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הנאמן בכל דבריו. רחם אל ציון כי בחיינו, ולעולבת נפש תושיע במהרה בימינו, ברוך אתה אדוני. משמח ציון בבניך. סבחנו אדוני אלוהינו באליהו כנביא עבדך, ובמלכות בית דוד משכך, במהרה יבוא ויגל ליבנו, על כיסו לא ישב זר ולא ניחלו עוד אחרים ככבודו, כי בשם קודשך נשבעת לו שלא יקבה נרו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן דוד. על הטובה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה, שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו, ותשב למנוחה, לכבוד ולתפארת. על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודיעים לך, וברכים אותך, וברק שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Nebuchadnezzar.
There's a
Took
few
me forever.
words in this. That and cling to your scales, which is in there a few times. That word's hard to say. There's some complicated Hebrew in that section. Beautifully done, Missy. Thank you.
Well, thank you for letting me attempt it.
I forgot to offer Julie and Eileen a sweet treat, but if you want a sweet treat, well, they'll help me again maybe, and then they can get some. I am running low on the Godiva chocolate, though. I will say, I think there's a few. There's at least you found a chocolate, right? I know the other candy. It depends if you like it, but there are 2 pieces of Godiva chocolate left in the bowl. Okay. The whatever flavor, I think it's mint chocolate in there right now. I know I have to get some more chocolate because right now I have a bunch of the there are some adult palates who also enjoy the lollipops and the candy necklaces, but I do know I'll have to get some more chocolate. Before we return our Torah to the Ark, let us offer prayers for our congregation, our country, and Israel, and one more thing. Who knows what the one more thing is that we do today? Here's your hint. Henry can't answer. Say the new month. Absolutely. So we are back in our prayer books now on page 376, where we find a prayer for our congregation, and I invite you to join with me. Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us. love of Torah, devotion in prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment of joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levarecha b'yirah na'avod. At the bottom of the same page, let's join together in a prayer for our country. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. On the facing page, let us offer this prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shabashamayim, Sor Yisrael v'goalo, Barich et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Geulatenu, Hagen Aleha be'evrat chastecha, Ufros Aleha Sukat Shlomecha, Ushlach Orecha v'amitecha l'rashecha, Sarecha v'yoatzecha, V'taknen be'etza tova milfanecha, V'natata shalom ba'aretz, V'simchat olam liyoshvecha, V'nomar. Amen. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Before I change the slide, which will give you the answer to my question, what month are we announcing today? Yeah, I heard it. I don't know where it came from. Say it again. Shvat, right? So if you weren't going to say it, my clue is always trees, right? Although for the first time, maybe ever in Louisiana, we will be announcing the month of Shvat, where we have Tu B'Shvat, where we celebrate the trees at a time where the ground is actually frozen here. Is that a first time ever? Possibly, although the ground might not be frozen anymore. So let us offer this blessing for the new month. You will see it on the screen, and Shvat begins on Thursday, and then Tu B'Shvat is 15 days later, is how that works. So I guess the 13th of February is when we will celebrate Tu B'Shvat. So plant your parsley to then use at your Passover Seder, right? Does anybody else do that? I know I think we're doing that with our religious school students. And also, I think making granola as well. Delicious. Lots of yummy things to eat if you've ever done a Tu B'Shvat Seder. But let us offer each other blessings and good health and joy for a new month. I invite you to join with me. Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. The new month of Shvat will begin on Thursday. May it be a month of budding flowers and joy in our hearts. Let us now return our Torah to the ark. Julie and Eileen, do you want to help again? Wonderful. This way you can take the last 2 pieces of Godiva chocolate once you help. Oh, really? Oh, how beautiful. We are going to be in our prayer books on pages 374 and 375. Did it fly away after you said something? Yeah. And I invite you to please rise. Beautifully done. Hodo page. God's Torah is perfect, reviving the soul. God's teaching is sure, making wise the simple. God's precepts are right, delighting the mind. God's mitzvot are clear, giving light to the eyes. God's word is pure, enduring forever. God's judgments are true and altogether just. Eitz chaim hi, lama chazikim ba, v'tom chacha meushar, derachei darchei noam, v'kol netivotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashua Kadesh Kadesh Yameinu Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Now you're on the right page, Julie, because now we turn to page 586 as we turn to our concluding prayers. We remain standing and join together in words of Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latekidu laliotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notei shamayim ve'yoser haaretz umoshev yekaro b'shamayim mima'al ushkinatu zo Begov he meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efesulato, kakatu v'torato, v'yadata hayom v'hashevota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim. Bashamayim mima'al, ve'al haaretz, mitachat, ein od. Let us read together in the English of page 591. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lamelech kol haaretz bayom hahu yehia Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Can you please close the ark? And then if you'd like, you can help yourself to a sweet treat. Thank you so much. Takes a village. I think there are 2 pieces of chocolate left. You may be seated. They're in like an orange, not orange, a green wrapper maybe, because I think it's mint chocolate. I have to refill, get myself some more Godiva or Dove chocolate. As our prayers begin to draw to a close, we turn our thoughts to our loved ones who are no more. This morning, we think of all of those who passed away during the past year. Lucy Silva, Larry Zachem, Richard Marcus, Eddie Goldman, Eleanor McKee, Faye Roos, Joseph Schieber, Elaine Kaplan, James Coker, Harry Saxey, Chuck Schwing, Carol Kane, Arlette Goldstein, Mordecai Rosenstein, Terry Stern, Jack Kahn, Leslie Marcus, Nancy Moore, George Walker, Mark Cohen, Carol Levy, Joel Safer, Patricia Pizer, Benjamin Aronson, and John Dupaquier. We also think of those who died at this season in years past and whose family members are observing the Yortzeit anniversary of death on this Shabbat. Laz Abram, Carol Lee Azel, Julia Abram Bombet, Hilda Maretsky Kaplan, Maureen Corcoran, Benny Deitch, Jean Deutsch, Fernand Katz-Eder, William Hutt, Rebecca Novick Labens, Alvin Labens, Levis S. Levy, Louis Liss, Carol Lewis Marks, Bessie Goldberg Mell, Dora Miller, Rose Katz Pushker, Harold Rubin, and Leonard Wolf Scheffler. To their names, we mention one IDF soldier who lost his life defending the state of Israel on January 20th, Evitar Ben Yehuda. If there are others you are remembering this morning, if you'd like to share their names aloud, I invite you to do so. For the names we heard aloud and those whom we hold in our hearts, let us together turn to the words of Mourner's Kaddish, page 598, and I invite you to rise if it is your custom. Yit gadol v'kadash shemei rabba, be'alma divrach hirote v'yamlich malchute, b'chayachon uvyomechon uv'chaye dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach leolam olamei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemed kudasha barichu. Le'ela minko birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May all their memories be for a blessing, as together we say, Amen. You may be seated. Want to just remind everyone that tonight, if you'd like to join the Saxey family for Havdalah on Zoom, that will be at 6 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, please come and hear from leaders of our congregation about the successes of our past year and look to our future at our annual meeting. It is at 2 p.m. in the room right over there in the social hall. Every Monday between 10 and 2, join in our gathering hall, the same space we will go to in a minute for Kiddush and Motzi and Schmoozing for Mahjong. Mondays between 10 and 2. I know some of you joined that group, and it's my understanding, if you've never played before, that someone will partner with you and help you learn. Next Shabbat, Friday night, help us celebrate the Sternberg and Roth families during services, 6 p.m. services, followed by a festive oneg. For this and more information about things coming up, please look to our website or call the office when there are people in the office. Reach out to me via email. Lots of exciting things happening in our community. In a moment, we'll join together for Kiddush and Motzi with the other group in the gathering hall. But let us first close out on page 626. I know the Jewish jukebox favorite. We save it for the end, a little Ein Keloheinu. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kimalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Eloheinu, Michadonenu, Michimolkenu, Michimoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Imolkenu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Shabbat Shalom. The easiest way to make it to the gathering hall would be to go outside the doors and then inside the office doors. Thank you to those who helped provide the nosh. As always, let us join together over there for Kiddush and Motzi.